Beautiful day. We're gonna chop some hay that the neighbor wanted mowed down before winter came. So that's what we're gonna do this afternoon. It's a beautiful afternoon. Hello everyone, welcome to Acres of Clay. Today on the farm, got lots going on. Ethan was grinding grain for the cows. So the idea was, and I have a video I can put up here, but the idea was to leave some corn. Don't harvest all of the earlage, but leave just a little bit to pick. If you've been with me, you remember the video where we were picking corn. Well, he wanted to let the corn dry down a little bit more and pick it, and then we would grind that for heifer feed. So last week Kevin went and picked a load. It's just a gravity wagon is what we call a load, and he realized that we left probably way too much, and it was going to take us a really long time to harvest what we left behind. So he picked another load last night. I would have shown video of that, but it was dark and my camera doesn't work very well in the dark, so I didn't get video of it. But he picked another load, and that is what Ethan was grinding this morning. That will be fed to the cows, just as another ground corn source, and they love that stuff. So, and I've noticed that the heifers really love it too. They just eat it up, which is a good thing. It is a good thing. Anyway, so that was what Ethan was doing this morning. Now this afternoon we are going to be chopping some hay. We have a neighbor of ours has a field that she wants harvested before it freezes, and it had some pretty decent windrows, it looked like. Ethan mowed that earlier this week, and so we're just gonna chop it off and see how much we get. I don't think it's going to be very much. I'm not sure how many acres the field is, but we'll just take it off and see what we get, and that will be that. We would have done this earlier, but we got a bunch of rain, so that hindered us getting it mowed, but we still have some beautiful weather and I think it will do fine. Kevin is already in the field. He's raking it, so that's what he's doing. And it's just Ethan and I. We're gonna harvest this because I really don't think it's gonna take too long. Sydney's at his other job, and Mackenzie, well, she has a part-time job also, and she has to go to that this afternoon. But I will say that yesterday she took her final exam for cosmetology school and she passed. So she is officially a licensed cosmetologist, and she has I don't know if it's an interview or what it is, in a couple days. So she's excited. She went there last week, yeah, and kind of toured the place, and yeah, they called her back and said, you want to hang out with us for the day. So that's what she is doing, and she's gonna have fun doing that as well. So yeah, we're very proud of her. She has worked very hard. She studied very hard for this test, and all her hard work has paid off. Alright, we are going to take off and get to the first field. I think there's a few fields, they're just real small and they're all owned by the same person, so we'll just call it the last one it is. And we're off. So Kevin is raking this. Looks like there's going to be a decent amount here. So there's a couple different fields. There's this field. There's a field over here, which you probably can't see too well. And then there's a small field over here. And out of all three little fields, I think this one's gonna yield the most. It's getting close to the end of October and we're doing hay. Can you imagine that? We have had the warmest start of an October, or the warmest first half of an October that we've ever had before. And that just kept everything growing. So looks like there'll be a decent amount here. You can see just in the distance these trees, there's a couple of them that are just starting to turn. Our color peak is usually around the 1st of October, and now being close to, well, tomorrow's gonna be the 20th, so we're definitely way behind. And I've mentioned before that our first frost is October 10th normally on a normal year, but this is far from normal, and so we haven't seen any frost. They haven't put any frost in the forecast for the next week anyway. What? Are you curious? It's not for you. It's not for you. Smell? Have fun. We'll feed you in the morning. This is the neglected garden I'm about to walk through. I neglected it a lot this summer. These peppers here still need to be harvested, some of them. You can see that this whole area is overgrown tremendously. Oh, and yeah, I did clear out all of this, and now it looks like grass is growing in it. Anyways, I came out here for the sunset, not for the garden. Look at how pretty that is. It's gonna look pretty once it goes all the way down.